Cartoon Show, Museum and Fun. Jacob and James. Yep, that's Jacob and James Pennington. James Pennington and Jacob Pennington over here. And they're going to give you a little tour of their museum. Let's see. So over here, we're starting. Well, just look around the room here for a moment. This is really cool. I mean, you guys got to come see this. Okay, so over here they have a projector that they give a demonstration on how it plays. I don't know. Can you guys plug it in really quick?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
Hard to do, 16
So,
millimeter projector.
Just unplug whatever you need to unplug right here. These charger cords right here, and then plug in right here. I get that out of your guys' way.
You gotta be careful
Okay.
because it can shock you.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want that. So give them a little demonstration on how this works, guys.
Okay,
Okay.
this is a Bell & Howell 16 millimeter projector.
We got this.
Okay.
And
This
this
is from an
right here
Evansville
is a
theater.
1980s educational subtraction math film.
Well, how does it play? Let's see how it plays
so-
there. So he comes
You just
around
take
and he...
this, and
Oh, wow.
then and to focus
Whoop.
it,
Here you go.
you would have to something like that.
Nice.
You would have to go slow like that.
So this is how it's playing?
This is how it would play back then.
Okay. That's amazing. And then there's Fred and Barney. Fred and Barney, and there's the film, how they played it in the old days with the reels. And then this is, looks like you can watch cartoons right here, right, guys?
Yep.
Okay, and then,
The comic books.
oh yeah, here's comic books right here.
Okay.
So
This one
we
was
got,
made in 1952 by Ed Bridge and Kent Muse, and this was also a 1952 short. It also had comic books and DVDs and movies and toys back then. Not DVDs, but like comic books. You know, it was inspired by this cartoon from 1952. This is Tom and Jerry, right here. This was Jasper and Jinx back in the 1940s, and then 1941.
well, what's something like this worth?
That's worth about $50 to $60 each.
Wow.
So,
Okay, wow.
And then Tom and Jerry weren't officially named Tom and Jerry until 1941 with the Midnight Snack.
This
Oh,
one
that's pretty
from-
cool.
And it's also lost
This
too.
one right here is from, I would say, the 1960s, 70s. This one's pretty rare. This one's about 40 bucks, just sitting there. It's just
Wow.
nice.
And these comic books are created by the same people. And sometimes there's a lot of animators who've done it, you know? Like
Cool.
Paul Smith, Jack King, or Fred Freeling, or Frank Tashlin, whoever.
And who's these guys over here?
That's Porky Pig right there. He was created in 1935 with I Haven't Got a Hat, directed by Jack King and Roland Hamilton as animator. And this is, as I said before, Jinx and Jasper, but in 1941 that changed tradition to Tom and Jerry, and they were also created by Rudolph Ising in the first short, Puss Gets the Boot.
Wow. What do you got going on over here?
My brother can explain the Raggedy Ann. I do know there was only one theatrical cartoon made, and there was only
three of them, actually.
there were three, and there wasn't that very many
The other
cartoons
two
made
were
of
kind
them.
of 7 minutes.
And I honestly really believe the Raggedy Ann cartoon from 1941 by Paramount. It was really beautiful. I wish it was.
So
they made
this
more.
right here is a
They
cartoon
just stopped
called
making them.
Honeyland, 1935, directed by Hugh Harman and Rudolph Ising, and
And it's a reprint.
This is a 16 millimeter black and white print from the 1940s, and was in color. So this was in color on 35 millimeter, but this isn't. This is 16, and 35 millimeter. They have this at the Library of Congress, and it's the original camera
ask them if
negative
they want to come in,
that they
James.
have. The Library of Congress. This is a nice 1940s reissue. This is probably about 50 bucks and online on eBay.
What's these Raggedy Anns here?
These?
What's the?
See,
Are they
these-
old?
these-
Which
yeah.
one's valuable?
The most valuable one, the most sought after one, would probably be this one and that one. This one is worth at least $50. That one, this one's a little big, so this one is worth about $50 as
Wow.
well. And this right here is an original cell from CBS, and they did a Raggedy Ann animation cell that they did, and this was done with this is how they made it back then, and that's how they did it.
It
Wow.
looks similar to the Smurfs houses.
this-
It looks similar to the 1980s Smurfs
These
cartoon.
are
The
toys
houses.
that they had back in when Dairy Queen was in the 90s. These are Cartoon Network toys, and these are really hard to find with the packages like this, because a lot of times people would just throw these away and just sell them, because
Wow.
these are just really rare. And
This one's probably the
this even
rarest.
has the rare. This one even has the rare instructions in it. This one does.
Max Fleschner and
So-
Johnny Gurrell both worked on the first cartoon of Raggedy Ann, so they were both in
This
charge
is
of it. And Dave Fleschner.
Super 8 film of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is about a 3-minute film, and this Snow White was made in 1937 by Walt Disney, and
it was the longest
it
animated
was the
short.
most
50
greatest
minutes,
film
55 minutes.
cartoon movie there was at that point. It had an Academy Award and it won. So this is a 1960s reprint copy, and this is worth about $30 on eBay, and this is what that is. So
Okay, well, who are these guys?
let's see, that's Bosco. He was made in 1929 to 1930, and by Hugh Harman and Rudolph Isaac.
Same people who did Tom and Jerry.
And same people who did Tom and Jerry. And he was the first cartoon that was produced was Sinking in the Bathtub, and it was 7 minutes long, and it was the first Looney Tunes cartoon there was.
and Carl
who's
W.
these other guys?
And Carl W. Starling didn't become famous until
That's
1936.
Buddy. He was created by Tom Palmer.
With his
and
first dance
was,
at Town Hall.
So this guy's Buddy right here,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got the microphone on, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
And
was-
then who's the other guy?
Uh,
So Buddy, when was he made?
1933 with Buddy's Day Out, and Earl Durb did the directing for it, and it was also by Tom Palmer. And before he became a cartoonist and did Buddy, he was a military training professional for the Army. So,
Oh, wow.
and people didn't know that. I looked that up. and
Okay,
I
so
found out.
who's this other guy over here? This guy. This
This
guy on the
is
end.
Moscow.
Bosco, yeah. No, you said who he was.
Okay.
Who's the other guy?
This is Beans the Cat, directed by, it was created by Jack Keane and Fred Freeling, and the first cartoon was Cartoonist Nightmare, 1935.
Oh wow. What's this table over here? This one. all
This
the
is a
stuff he does.
1946, not a reissue, but it's an original Merry Melodies cartoon on Ruth Lee Hare. This one.
I love the Ferris
This
wheel.
one
Wow.
has the
Mighty Mouse.
this one has the original titles from 1946, and it's a Terry Toons cartoon, and it's called Winning the West.
Wow. That's cool.
And I got it scanned, and it looks really good. So this one was based off the Fred Avery cartoon Hamburger Night. They did a remake of it for Castle Films.
Wow. What's this Pink Panther down here?
This is an original animation cell from the Warner Brothers studio. This is 1701 animation number, the number of times somebody did an animation, and that's a production number, and it says A25, and 12 would just mean the year. I'm not sure what 12 would mean.
This looks like a letter or
yeah.
something right here. What's this letter?
This is what Sylv Freeling sent to us in 2018, back in February.
Okay, so Freely, who's this?
That's Fred Freeling's daughter.
Oh wow, so she gave you or donated her father's work to you?
Yeah, she did. And yeah, and
Wow.
this is an original 1930s Betty Boop cartoon. It's an original title, and
About a minute.
it's about a
and
minute
50
and
seconds.
50 seconds. And Betty Boop, the first Popeye cartoon was actually in a Betty Boop cartoon. It was called, what was it called, Jacob? You remember?
No, I can't remember.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Yeah, it was called Popeye the Sailor Man.
Wow. I love the
Yeah.
Ferris wheel, by the way. Oh, wow. Tom and Jerry. Was that a box?
That's a musical box.
Oh, wow.
That's where you
Can you
crank-
play it?
Well,
let's hear you play it. Can you hear
you
it?
just crank it like
Let's
this,
see.
and I think it's not working. There we go.
Oh wow. Keep playing. There you go. Ah,
It does work. Nice.
And another thing about this record right here, that was also created by Ted Pierce story. Warren Fosker did a Tell It Two Kitties as Tweety was created back in
Wow.
1942.
This is so cool. Okay. Now, I think I know who these guys are over here, so you're going to have
Yeah.
to go ahead. So
he
this,
was created in 1937.
that's Daffy.
See, he didn't come first. This guy was the first one to start, and his was 1937 by Porky's Duck Hunt, and it was directed by Fred Avery and
Sid Sutherland.
Sid Sutherland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And,
Oh, wow.
And he, it was the first Daffy Duck cartoon, and the second one after that was Daffy Duck and Egghead,
1938.
which its original titles were found in 2004.
Virgil Ross did the animation.
Oh, wow.
And Carl
I know this
Scully.
guy. This is Bugs Bunny. He's one of the most famous
this
right
is-
there.
He was created in 1938 with Porky's Hare Hunt being the first episode, and it was directed by Ben Hardaway. And
So
Carl
Porky's
W.
Hare Hunt?
Yes,
Okay.
and the musical director Carl W. Starling, his first cartoon was Toy Town Hall, 1936, and his last cartoon was Life with Feathers, 1945,
Wow.
being the first Sylvester cartoon.
Wow. That's awesome. And then that's Sylvester and Tweety Bird there. I
Yeah.
thought I saw a Putty Tat,
Yep,
right?
and, Tweety was made in 1942, as I said earlier. His first cartoon was A Tale of Two Kitties. Sadly, the original titles are lost and haven't been found yet, but a little drawing layout was found that could possibly indicate
From the University
from
of
the
Wyoming.
University of Wyoming, and it could indicate that's what it could have looked like. They think it may have been
No
a book.
film element
It could
has
have been like a
survived
book,
it so
like the
far.
Merry Old
We
Soul.
don't know, but there could be a film element still out there.
Oh, wow. And your T-shirts,
Yeah,
though.
and
Look, let me
there
see your
was also-
T-shirts.
Yeah.
That's live cartoon show, museum and fun, make cartoons great again. Wow, nice T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. All right, and what's this table over here?
This is just a comic book table. This Casper cartoon was made by Isidore Sparber, and this was also created by Seymour Keneal in 1940s and 50s. And this is one of their comic books they did, and they also did cartoons as well.
Wow, these are some
this
really
is-
nice Looney Tunes.
This is Bugs Bunny right here. He's playing the fiddle, and actually they were inspired by this cartoon called The Fiddle with the Fiddle in 1937. And the reason why he's playing the fiddle is to help somebody in bad times and like bad grief, you know. And it was like it was during the Great Depression, but then Bugs would play it to make someone feel better, you know.
Wow.
That's what the Fiddle with the Fiddle guy did. It
I'll
was
be
really-
darned.
Yeah, so
And who's these guys over here?
this is Quick Draw McGraw. He was created by the same creators for Tom and Jerry, Royland Hanna, and Joseph Barbera. And
Hanna-Barbera
he-
has
he
their
was
own
featured-
studio
he was-
after they did.
He
Tom
was
and Jerry.
featured in Boomerang from Cartoon Network with the bumpers, and he was on there for about 15 years for cartoons from the 60s, and then they re-aired them in the 2000s.
Wow. And then this guy.
This is Elmer Fudd.
This is
and Elmer Fudd was created in he was created in 1937 actually. Egghead Rise Again was his first cartoon, directed by Fred Avery, and musical direction Carl W. Starling. as the
Ivan
musical
Spence did the
animation.
animation.
Yeah.
Okay, and let me get the microphone to you. And your name
Paul
and,
Smith.
and your name again?
Jacob Lee Pennington.
okay. And you're
James Richard Pennington.
And this is the live cartoon show.
Museum and
Museum
Fun.
and
Museum
make cartoons
and Fun,
great again.
right?
Make cartoons great
They're
again.
making cartoons great again, and this is 2025, right?
Yeah, 2025.
2025.
All right. Well, give them a nice big wave, And you guys, we're here live with the live cartoon show, Museum and Fun,
Yep.
making cartoons great again.
Yep.
2025. Okay. We'll hope to see you out. Tell all your friends. Share the video. Like us. Like you guys on YouTube there, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And these guys will be going live at a lot of county fairs in Illinois. They have a lot of bookings, and just it's a really fun thing. You really got to see this. Bring the kids and the family out. Now, I know that the guys have mascots, and they do dancing and singing routines with the mascots,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And so the mascots are going to come out a little later, and we're going to do some videos when they go live. We'll go live with the mascots. So you guys, we'll catch you guys and go live here again a little bit with the mascots.
Yep.
We'll catch you later.
All right.
So is that on YouTube, Dad?
How do I?
I don't know how you stop it, right? Got to figure out how to stop the video here. There is that an X at the top, or what's this? Is it saving? Oh, it set it to YouTube. Still live. So what's that one on the end? That one on the end there?
Trying to see something.
Okay. What's up?